Google's NotebookLM is an AI-powered research and thinking partner that operates as a specialized closed-loop environment. Its primary value lies in its departure from general-purpose AI. It is an environment built for accuracy and verifiability, making it a uniquely qualified tool for education. How do you get started with NotebookLM? You can either download the app, look in your Android App Store or iPhone App Store. And if you are going to use it on a desktop in a browser, you have to navigate to notebooklm.google.com. And that'll get you there. And you need a Google account if you're going to be using NotebookLM. Okay, we have created a notebook that we want to share with our class here. It's called NotebookLM Sources, Chat, and Studio Overviews. And we have put some really good content in there that you can use as sources to make all the stuff you want. So you can either type that address in there, or I'll be kind and give you a quick code that you could scan instead, and that will might be a bit faster.
This is my Notebook LM screen, and as you can see, the information is arranged in 3 different sections. On the left side, we have sources, then we have chat in the middle, and to the right, we have studio. These are the different tools that are embedded in Notebook LM. My task is to talk a little bit about sources. So Notebook LM basically uses various sources. And to add a source to Notebook LM, the first step is where you go into your Notebook LM account, and then this should come up. You go on and click on Add, and then you're going to see several options you have here. So the first one is you can go on to upload a source by choosing any one of the files shown here, or you can go ahead and upload something from Google Drive, a website, a URL link, a YouTube video, or you can go ahead and copy and paste text. Once that is done, whatever you've uploaded is going to be shown on the left-hand panel. In this case, I've uploaded a PDF document on diseases, and here I have diseases being shown as a PDF document that goes on to give a short summary of infectious diseases and the chain of infection. Thank you.
Everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you that how we can use the chat feature in NotebookLM. This feature allows you to ask questions, summarize content, generate ideas, and interact with your uploaded materials or sources that you want to use them for your research. For using the chat feature, when you open the NotebookLM and then you upload the sources or materials in the sources area. After that, in the center of the application, you will see the chat feature. This area is where that you can interact with the AI. In the chat area, you can ask questions about your uploaded documents or videos, or you can ask the AI to make a new content. NotebookLM can give you useful ideas or recommendations like summarizing, asking questions, or generating flashcards. For example, I want to show you how we can summarize the complete original documents into the core piece of information and most critical supporting data into the 6 distinct concise points. So here we write down I write down here summarize the article into the 6 distinct size points out here. See, it summarized the core them here. Elevating educators, enhancing student learning, prioritizing security, and you see 6 number of the concise points. Another example is checking the main arguments of the specific article. For example, we can ask here and see the main arguments, the main argument arguments of the article. And its answer, we can see it summarized the main argument of the article we have chosen from our list here. For using advanced feature, we can ask NotebookLM to compare 2 documents. For example, we can ask compare documents 1 document 1 and document 2 together. We use 2 sources to compare with each other, and we can see the results here as a table. It shows some features that have been compared together. For using citations, NotebookLM provides citations that show exactly where the information came from. Here I ask, show me the citations and here is the citations here that materials or sources came from, source number 1, number 2, or other sources. And in the chat history, all your questions and answers stay in the chat, so you can scroll back and reuse ideas. Here you can see all the information we have found here. And in this video, we showed you how to use the chat feature in NotebookLM. It's great for summarizing, learning, brainstorming, and studying. And thank you so much for watching my video.
Okay, here we are at NotebookLM's studio window. The studio is your creative workspace. It's located on the right side of the NotebookLM interface, and here you'll find all of the AI-generated content, like notes, saved responses, audio overviews, explainer videos, mind maps, flashcards, quizzes, and reports. You can quickly generate, customize, and organize these assets based on your uploaded sources, making study and content creation efficient and intuitive. Just remember, anything you want to keep from the chat, save it as a note in the studio. Whether you're building a study guide, recording an audio discussion, or creating flashcards, Studio puts powerful tools just a click away. The first tool to look at in the studio today is going to be Audio Overview. Audio Overview is a custom podcast that is created by the AI as it goes through whatever sources that you have selected, whether it be a couple or all, and reads the material, synthesizes it, creates a script, and then produces an audio podcast based on the material you gave it. You can click on the edit button to choose what kind of a format you want. I'll let you explore that on your own later. You could choose the output language. You could choose the length. And this is very important. You can put a seed prompt in. Give it something specific to focus on, and you will find that specific prompts and detailed instructions in this area will drastically change the output. And that's pretty important if you want to learn about a specific thing and you don't want to waste your time listening to things that aren't very helpful. So you can go ahead and click generate. It'll make up the podcast for you, and then you can download podcasts. You can rename them if they got the wave symbol. You can even click on that while you're playing back the podcast, or the audio overview, I should say. And you get to interact with the AI host about your source material. It's awesome. Hope you get a chance to try it out. Okay, let's get into the video overview. And this is a feature in NotebookLM that automatically creates a short narrated video for you, and it's going to use your uploaded documents as the source material. And once again, it will only be selecting from the sources that you have selected. So instead of creating an audio only discussion like in the audio overview, this feature will generate full video presentation. There'll be slides, there'll be text in the video, and there'll be images to help visually understand the information. So let's differentiate this making a video versus watching a video. In the sources, we have some videos which you can watch, and they're not, of course, dynamic. That is, they will only show you what's already been recorded. When you click on Video Overview, you have got the opportunity to custom out what you want that video to do. You can say, should it be an explainer or a brief for the style format? You can choose a visual style, including auto select, which is a great way to do it because the AI can just go ahead and pick what works best in its opinion based on the content you have. And finally, you can give it the seed prompt, what it should be focusing on. So for this one here, we're just going to say, how does NotebookLM synthesize the material? And that's it. Let me give you some of the benefits, the primary benefits that you would get from this. Number one, if you're a visual learner, it's nice to be able to see and hear information in a structured visual way. This is going to provide that. Videos can also be great for simplifying complex ideas. It could take multiple dense, maybe text-heavy documents and translate them into a single, easy-to-watch video summary. Obviously, not as informal or as informed as it, but it will give you a taste of what's to come and maybe give you some broad understanding before you dive into the text itself. Videos can also be very useful for a quick review, just to refresh your mind about the key points of something before you jump into a presentation or start to take a quiz. And finally, videos are very good mediums for sharing ideas and helping others to quickly grasp what you've learned and what you want to share with them. So that's a video overview. As you can see, it takes a while to form them, but the AI is literally going through the materials, reading it, comparing it, synthesizing it, creating a script in graphics, and outputting a video. Mind maps are very clever devices that allow you to visually create the different thoughts and themes in a resource. And what an amazing tool it is in NotebookLM, the mind map tool in the studio, because it will visually summarize whatever uploaded sources you have. Let's select them all. And it will show the main topics and related ideas. They will look like a branching diagram, which is 100% interactive. It's amazing. So if we go to one of the mind maps that I've created already, and the creation of these looks similar to how you create the other ones. Here's a mind map. You can drag it around with your right or with your left clicker, and you can click anytime you click on one of the windows, it'll begin a new chat in the chat window of NotebookLM. But if you want to dive deeper and go to a very granular level, we can go right in. Let's see where we are supported for regions and languages. So let's see, where is the Gemini app available? No, audio, video. Okay. How about the audio, video overviews in 80 plus languages? I want to know about that. So I click on it and I can have a chat right now that's interactive and just to do a deep dive on how this works. So mind maps are a really great way to see all of the information at a glance, hone in on what you want to talk about, and produce more artifacts and learning opportunities. Fantastic. So that's the mind map. Moving along to the flashcards tool in NotebookLM Studio. So flashcards are similar in the fact that we can customize them, give the seed prompt, we can specify the number of cards, the level of difficulty. A unique thing about flashcards is they work very well on mobile devices. And creating them is similar to creating the other tools that we have with the selectors and the seed prompt. But let me tell you about some of the benefits of flashcards. Massive time savings. Instantly creates comprehensive study decks from long readings or notes. Effortless differentiation. We can generate multiple versions of a study set, like easy, medium, and hard, just by selecting different buttons. Flashcards are grounded and safe. Grounded meaning we know where the source material is. It's the ones that we've loaded up and checked. That is what is being used here. So we don't have to wonder if we're having AI creating a hallucination or giving us answers that aren't accurate. Active recall. This tool is built to promote scientifically backed study methods. Google has used these and will help students to be able to learn new materials. There's even a nice explain button. So if they got the answer wrong and want to dive in further, you click that and the chat opens up. And now we start reading more about what was happening. What is the quiz tool in NotebookLM Studio? How can we use it? Well, the quiz generates an AI interactive quiz based on the sources selected. What are some of the best practices for creating quizzes? How about use high quality sources? NotebookLM's AI will work best with well-structured text that has clear headings. So when you import your sources, make sure that they're clear. If you're putting in some of your own resources, ensure that you are using proper headings and correct bolding and grammar, just so that the NotebookLM is going to properly understand what you have based on a clean source. Secondly, when you create a quiz, you want to be selective with your sources. Use a checkbox to select only the specific sources that the quiz should cover. That will keep it focused. Use the steering prompt. We've been talking about steering prompts all along. This is where the steering prompt goes. This will give the AI clear instructions before it begins generating, helping it to synthesize the correct information for the quiz. Finally, choose the right settings. There's different best case uses for these different settings. You might use easy just for exit tickets out of an assignment if you're a teacher and you want to just quickly refresh students and see if they have basic comprehension of what's going on. If you're maybe writing a end of the season big quiz or a study guide for one, maybe hard's a good one for that. Really see if we understand what's going on. As you can see, NotebookLM is very powerful. Its main feature is that it is a grounded system. That means you get to pick what the sources are, and it won't go outside of this. Maybe a walled garden is a metaphor for that. The chats that you have within it can access whatever sources are chosen and can create artifacts like notes that can be accessed through the studio. Finally, the studio tools are state of the art. Use the sources in a synthesized manner and produce results that can be shared, that can be worked through interactively, that can have conversations with you. Absolutely beautiful. And finally, one of the best things about NotebookLM is it's not just for you. Sure, you can create personal ones, but you can also use the share button and share it with whoever you like. You can make it public and share it with the world and even choose what the viewers have access to. So really excited about it. And I hope that you take full advantage. Learn things. Send them my way. I want to know more. Hi, everyone. I'm Grant. I'm going to walk you through 3 powerful ways that NotebookLM transforms distance education for both students and educators and designers. In distance education, self-organization, the access to resources, and personalized support are critical. NotebookLM is a tool that directly addresses these needs, making remote learning more engaging and productive. Let's look at 3 case studies today. We'll look at exam preparation, multimodal learning, and rapid course design. For exam preparation, students will be able to upload lecture notes, course materials, and readings into a NotebookLM. They could also have a course NotebookLM created by a teacher, which they could use to study. They will be able to ask precise questions, which will then guide the AI to quickly generate thematic summaries, which will help them to save time and deeply engage with difficult subjects. Imagine that you are a student preparing for exams. Instead of tediously rereading all your notes, you can upload them to NotebookLM, ask for a summary of key concepts. The AI synthesizes your materials, making studying faster and more focused. And the approach helps you to identify important themes. It will connect the ideas, give you clarity on complicated topics, make studying more efficient. You're going to want to learn how to use NotebookLM. NotebookLM also offers very good multimodal learning tools like audio overview and video overview, which transform text into engaging podcasts and narrated slide decks. These will support auditory and visual learners and students who struggle with reading. It can also take a YouTube video, transcribe it to text, and be used as a mind map. There's so many ways it can help us out. Picture a distance learner listening to a podcast version of their class notes while commuting or watching rich video summary to reinforce their understanding. This flexibility allows learning to fit any lifestyle, and NotebookLM does it simply, taking course content, synthesizing it according to the seating prompt, and outputting high quality audio content, video content, quizzes, flashcards, reports, and more. The third way that we're looking at NotebookLM is the ability to quickly generate content for a rapid course design. Educators can centralize approved teaching materials in NotebookLM and create role-based notebooks for differentiated learning paths or simply different styles of tools where students can learn from. As a teacher, you can quickly generate lesson plans, objectives, quizzes, and scenario-based assessments, all grounded in your course content, tailored to different student needs. This saves prep time and enables highly personalized learning, helping you support every student's unique journey. NotebookLM, this new tool by Google, accelerates student research, supports many learning styles, and empowers educators to personalize distant learning. It allows for class collaboration, sharing of notebooks, creating specific tools for whatever bit of your resource you want to focus in on. It is powerful, it is safe, and it is here to help us be better learners.